There comes a moment when the noise becomes too loud to hear your own heart. You stand still on the edge of everything you've built, feeling the weight of every word that was never said. That's when the truth begins to whisper, "Walk away." He didn't leave out of anger. He left out of clarity. Because the most dangerous prison isn't made of walls, it's made of comfort. And comfort will convince you that pain is normal, that shrinking yourself is love, that silence means peace. But the mind knows when it's time to move. It starts with a quiet rebellion in the soul, a single thought that refuses to die. I deserve more. You'll feel fear disguise itself as loyalty. You'll hear the echo of old promises trying to pull you back. But the longer you stay where you're unseen, the smaller your reflection becomes. So you take that first step, not forward, not backward, but inward. Every grain that falls is a memory you no longer need. The tighter you grip the past, the faster it slips away. Let it go. Because walking away isn't losing. It's choosing. Choosing peace over permission, freedom over familiarity. And as the sand leaves your hand, something else fills it power. The power that comes when you finally understand. No one can take from you what you're willing to release. The storm doesn't chase you anymore. It follows you, cleansing the path behind you. That's the beauty of endings. They clear the horizon for beginnings you couldn't imagine. This is only the first step of the journey. In the next chapter, we'll face the inner war, the silence after departure, the mind's test of faith. If these words resonated with the power inside you, let the world hear your silence. Like the video, subscribe, and stay powerful. Because the real revolution doesn't start around you, it starts within you. After you walk away, there's silence. Not peace yet, just absence. The kind of silence that echoes louder than any argument. The kind that makes you question if you did the right thing. You'll wake up one morning and reach for the familiar. But your hand meets air, the space where someone once stood becomes a mirror, showing you what's left when everything else is gone. The void isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. It strips away distractions until you hear your true voice again. The one buried beneath everyone else's opinions. The one that whispers, "I'm still here." This is where real transformation begins. Not in the noise of new beginnings, but in the stillness of healing. Growth rarely announces itself. It hides in small acts of self-respect. Eating when you've lost your appetite. Breathing through the ache. Choosing silence instead of proving your worth. That's strength, not the loud kind that demands attention, but the quiet kind that doesn't need validation. The void becomes your sanctuary. Every tear you let fall waters the seed of your rebirth. You begin to realize that you never needed closure from others. You only needed truth within yourself, and slowly, you start hearing that inner whisper again. Not asking, but guiding, it says, "You've survived worse than being misunderstood. You've healed from pain you never spoke about. You've already proven that you can stand alone." The power of walking away is not about leaving others behind. It's about returning to yourself. You start to see that walking away was never weakness. It was alignment. When you align with peace, everything that doesn't match your frequency will fall away naturally. And that's how you know you're evolving. Because the universe doesn't whisper to the crowd. It speaks in silence, directly to the one who dared to listen. You listened, you walked, and now you rise. Like, subscribe, and stay powerful. The next chapter awaits, rebuilding the self. You survived the silence. Now, what do you do with the space it left behind? You rebuild, not by rushing into new noise, but by learning the sound of your own rhythm again. Rebuilding isn't glamorous. It's the small unseen moments. Getting out of bed when your mind says don't. Making your own coffee and actually tasting it. Allowing yourself to smile without reason. Every act of self-care becomes a brick in the new foundation. Healing grows in layers. You won't notice it every day. But one morning, you'll realize the weight is lighter. You'll breathe deeper. You'll stop checking if they're watching. That's growth invisible to others, undeniable to you. Write down who you're becoming, because the old story ended when you walked away. And this one begins with you deciding who deserves access to your peace. You are no longer chasing validation. You are cultivating alignment. Remember, the same silence that once hurt you now protects you. People will return when they feel your energy shift. Some to understand it, others to drain it. This time, you'll know the difference. Because rebuilding taught you boundaries, and boundaries are love-wearing armor. You'll learn that solitude isn't loneliness, it's preparation. You've rebuilt your heart, not as a fortress, but as a temple. The world will feel you before they hear you. That's the power of inner peace. The power was never lost. It was simply waiting for you to return. Like, subscribe, and stay powerful. Next, the law of silence, mastering the art of peace. There comes a moment when you realize silence isn't the absence of words, it's the presence of control. The noise of the world tries to pull you back opinions, gossip the endless, chase to be understood, but silence. Silence is the art of keeping your peace louder than their chaos. You've walked away, you've rebuilt, and now you learn the law of silence. The most powerful people rarely explain themselves. They don't argue for understanding. They simply act because alignment doesn't need applause. In silence, your mind sharpens. You hear what's real. You start noticing what deserves your energy and what only drains it. You'll find that silence is magnetic. It makes people wonder. It keeps your mystery alive and your energy protected. The truth is, not everyone deserves access to your voice. When you master silence, you master yourself. The world will test you. It will try to provoke your reaction, tempt you to explain your piece or prove your worth, but every time you stay silent, you grow stronger. Because silence is a mirror. It reveals who is truly comfortable with themselves and who can't survive without noise. You learn that your energy speaks louder than words ever will. That peace is the loudest flex, so you keep walking, calm, focused, unbothered by the noise behind you. You no longer chase closure. You no longer explain your path, because power doesn't announce itself, it simply exists. That's the law of silence. Say less, mean more, move quietly, impact deeply. This is your rebirth, the calm. After the storm, you are no longer who you were. You've evolved beyond explanation. So let them wonder, let them question, let them talk. You stay silent. You stay powerful. Like, subscribe, and stay powerful, because the story doesn't end here. It just changes form.